Saturday night. And you know what that means. It is the Breakin Ankles Show, the late edition. I am Guns Picks, as you probably already know, and I am staring down the barrel of a 3-1 early play day. Hopefully, Texas pulls this thing out. They're up 10 right now with 9 minutes to go. But we ain't here to talk about the old shit. We're here to talk about the new plays that we're bringing to the table, and I want to make sure I give the proper introduction to my partner in crime for the Breakin Ankle Show at Dabby Cab. What's going on, my friend? How you feeling?
What up, man? I'm on the opposite end right now. I'm sitting at like 1-3 on the day, so it's been rough to start, but it's been a hell of a run this month. Probably one of the best months I've had. So it's due for a day like this. I still like some of these late games, and I don't really give a shit. I'm gonna keep firing away because it's what we do. So here we are.
And if anybody wants to know, since the show started, I did a tally. As of right now, this show is hitting at 58%. So I am 23-16, and I think Dabby Cab's rocking a rate around 500. So that's going to be a 58% banger. Let's cash tickets, baby.
We cashing, baby.
Ow! And let's get to the first play because my first play starts in 15 minutes. So I want to make sure I get it out to you beautiful bastards out there watching us on YouTube. 10 of you bastards, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you don't do so already. But let's start this off right with Pittsburgh versus Miami ACC. A big matchup here. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This game starts in Watco Center, Coral Gables, Florida. And I'm going to be going with a favorite on this one, Miami, in a revenge spot. That's the play I'm going to be going with on this one. Let me tell you why. Miami is coming off a heartbreaking loss to Florida State, 85-84. Last second three, being up, I think, 20 plus in that game, blew the lead, and Florida State actually not only got the cover as 13-point dogs, but actually got the W too. Now, when you look at Miami, though, don't fret. They have won and covered 7 straight prior to that loss. So I think they're going to get that chip on their shoulder and ride into this one, last home game of the season on Senior Day, and take it out on the Pittsburgh Panthers. Now, Pittsburgh is coming off a road loss to Notre Dame as well. 3-point road favorites in that game, 88-81. But they are 1-3 against the spread in the last 4 games here, folks. So this is a team that's kind of feeling that regression, that March sluggishness, like they just ate a whole pound of turkey or something like that. But I think this is going to be a perfect spot for Miami. Now, both teams have good offenses, but the edge goes to Miami. As far as the offenses are concerned, Miami's ranked 12th in offensive efficiency, while Pitt is ranked 32nd in offensive efficiency. Now, both defense, they're pretty much even. 118th in defensive efficiency, Miami is, while Pittsburgh is ranked 109th in defensive efficiency. Pittsburgh 3-8-1 against the spread off a loss. Miami 11-3 against the spread off the loss. So there's a big difference there as far as covering spreads. And these teams did meet on January 28th. And guess what? Pittsburgh won the game at home 71-68 as 1.5-point home dogs. Now the line is sitting here tits up at -7, which is an 8.5-point swing. I think that it depends on what book you're getting at. I've seen 7.5s out there. I've seen 8, but I did shop around and find myself a 7 about an hour ago, folks. So it's out there. So give me Miami -7 as my first play of the late slate on the Breakin Ankles, baby. Boom. What do you think about that play, Dabby?
Yeah, man. Both these teams coming off tough losses, big losses too, because they could have been in the driver's seat heading into this game. But they lost. It is what it is. And I want to say something about Miami. They weren't at full strength against Florida State. They'll have Pack back most likely today, which is, he's a big player for them, a facilitator. So I think that's a big returning player for Miami here. And, I think at home, Miami's one of my dogs. Like I say dogs, I know they're a top team, but people don't really put them in their Final Four. I got Miami in my Final Four. I like this Miami team a lot. So I could only support the play.
Yeah, and with Miami too, is like they've been able to get over that weird trend with being a road ranked dog over a unranked favorite 4 times this year, and it was able to surpass that. Not only get the cover, but get the win. This is a team that is just kind of Teflon when it comes to covering spreads, and they're coming off a loss, and this team is going to be red and hungry here. And a hurricane is coming to the Panthers in this game. But let's jump into the next game on the slate here. We're going into the Big East, and we're going to be talking UConn Villanova. This game is going to be at Wells Fargo Center, Philadelphia, PA, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do you think about this one? I think there's going to be alignment, in my opinion, but I'll give it to Dabby first. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So you look, both these teams coming in hot. Huskers on a 4-game winning streak. Villanova's won 6 of their last 7. And that's against good competition too. It's not any slacks. They've got a win over Xavier, which was surprising because it was on the road. They've got that win over Creighton. You look at this UConn team. They put up 79.2 points per game. In their last game, they put up 88 on 54.7% shooting, 43.5% from 3, which is just fucking outrageous. But their defense is what I really like. Only giving up 65 points per game this year right now. And yeah, I know Villanova is trending in the right direction because they really are. This Villanova team's been much, much better of late. They're starting to look like what people might have thought beginning of the year when they were top 10 ranked before they, slapped everyone in the face that supported them. But here's the thing. I think UConn is another team that could easily make the Final Four, be primed right now for a run. I like this UConn team a lot. And I think that this is a game that they're going to come out ready for. So I like UConn in the first half here.
Bang, bang, bang.
And I think there's going to be full alignment here. I just want to shout out DZ. The Faded says, hope you guys are enjoying your fine Saturday. Let's catch some tickets. Goddamn right, dude. We're going to enjoy this Saturday. We're going to enjoy this Saturday night because this is the hottest show on the mother planet here, folks. Yeah, I'm a full alignment on this one here. I like, you said first half. I like him for the game on this one. I got UConn minus 2.5 on this one. Listen, UConn is playing perfect ball going into the tournament. Like Dabby just said on this one. UConn has won 7 out of the last 8 games, going 6-2 against the spread in that span. But Villanova is also a team that's kind of playing like they still have an opportunity to get into the tournament. They've won 6 out of the last 7, 5-2 against the spread in that span. Okay. Now you got to look at the breakdown of the statistical analytics of these two teams. UConn offense, 10th in offensive efficiency, 53rd in field goal percentage, 1st in offensive rebounding, which is, I love rebounding teams, and 49th on the free throw line. Now you got Villanova's defense on this one, 93rd in defensive efficiency, 201st in defending shots, 71st in defensive rebounds, and they allow opponents to get to the line here, folks. 358th they allow in the country in allowing their teams to get to the charity stripe. And you got a team that can shoot free throws here, folks. So that's going to be very key as we get down the stretch. And then if you're sweating this bet, I think UConn's going to make their free throws and they're going to get to the line properly versus Villanova on the road. Now, Villanova's offense, they are pretty good. They're ranked 35th in offensive efficiency, but they're playing UConn's defense that's ranked 22nd in defensive efficiency. So I think the matchup is going to work perfect there. Plus, UConn needs this game more than Villanova, in my opinion. They got 10 losses here, folks. They can't really afford to lose here down the stretch. I don't think that the committee is going to deny UConn to get into the NCAA tournament, but every single win helps. And I think UConn's playing in the right stride at the right time. Plus, you got to look at this matchup altogether. The road team is 8-3-3 against the spread in the last 2 when these two teams get together. So I'm going with the road team on this one. I'm going with the Huskies. Give me them minus 2.5 for the full game.
Boom.
As we go and check out the boys in the chat.
Shout out my guy.
Markel. Love him, man. Let's cash. He is my guy. And then he goes, Galactic High says UConn money line. I can't disagree with you on that. And he also shouts out the dab on that one. So let's freaking go, baby. Shots fired. Slap your bookie right in the mouth. I'm watching 59-47 right now. If you guys took me on Texas, there's 5.5, 5:40 left in the game. So if I'm looking at the screen, I'm sorry, but I got to be watching my bets on this one because I want to go 3-1 for the show. All right, boys. JR Black in the chat as well. Great work, Guns Cream. Let's fucking go. All right. Next play on the board here, folks, and we're going to skip around a little bit here, but I want to make sure I get this one out here first. This is a play from Guns Picks, and I'm going to Boise State versus Utah State, and this is D. Glenn Smith Spectrum, Logan, Utah. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This game tips off, and I'm going to be going with the favorite on this one, Utah State -4. Listen, we talked about Utah State on Dad Bods with the Fade U crew, and they did bring this up as a lean on Thursday. So hopefully you jumped on the line early. And I like this as well. Now you got to look at Boise. They're coming off a huge win versus San Diego State, 66-60 at home. But you actually look at their last 8 games, remarkably, as good as they are winning the games, they don't cover spreads. They're 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games. Utah State has won 7 out of their last 9, but they've gone 7-2 against the spread in their last 9. So this is a team you have to be backing in this spot, and it goes even further on this one. Both teams do match up well. I think what it's going to come down to is the Utah State's offense, which is ranked 13th in offensive efficiency, versus the Boise defense, which is ranked 10th in defensive efficiency. These teams met on January 7th, and Boise won the game. They beat the piss out of Utah State, 82-59 as 2-point favorites. Now you're seeing Utah State here favored 4.5. That swing is basically telling the public, like, hey, you should be taking Boise here. It's a fish ass play. You need to be taking Utah State, in my opinion, on this one. It's a 6.5-point swing. It's the stuff that we talk about on this show all the time. And you got to be looking at the matchup here. When these two teams get together, guess what happens? The favorite and the home team cover the spread, 4-1 against the spread in that span. So with all that being said, all the stats applied, baby, let's take Utah State here, -4 as my third play of the night. Dabby, any thoughts on this game, or should we keep it moving?
Man, I almost pulled the trigger on Utah State. I've been cashing on them first half a lot lately. You said it, though. The first meeting between these two teams, Utah State had one of their worst performances offensively, only making 40% of their shots. They only went 6 for 14 from the free throw line, which that's not going to happen again, only 43%. And then Boise State on the other side shot 50% from the floor, including 11 for 19 from 3, which I also don't think is going to happen again. I agree with the Utah State look here. If today might have been different, I might have been just firing away more, and I might already have Utah State lined up, but I don't here. I might still get to the window there. I know I got like an hour or two before this game, right? So.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of time. Oh, you got a couple hours.
Yeah, 8 my time.
Yeah, 3 hours on that one. This starts at 9 p.m. I mean, I just think this is a perfect spot for Utah State. I think they need this game a little bit more than Boise at this point. So you got to be riding with. You got to listen. This is the last game of the season for everybody. All right, before they get into conference tournament play, you got to be looking at the teams that need wins. This is what we're trying to do here, folks. And this is why I'm picking on those certain teams. And what pisses me off is that I had Michigan State today, and I had them at -6.5. And I gave it to you last night, and there was one free throw the guy had to miss because every single senior was kissing the center of the floor and ruining that guy's rhythm. I was like, you couldn't have waited on that one, kiss the floor when the game's ended. I don't know. I'm complaining on that one, but want to talk to you. 22 of you guys are watching us live right now, and I see 0 comments. Why aren't you guys in the comments telling me what you're doing? Tell me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're eating tonight. Tell me if you're cashing tickets. Tell me the plays that you're on tonight. That's what I want to be seeing in the chat. And 22 of you better be subscribed to the damn Sports Wagering Network channel too as well, and hitting the bell so you know every time that we go live here. But I'm going to pass it off to Dabby. It's his turn to shine on his play, and I'm going to be going Arizona State, USC, a battle in the Pac-12 before we get into tournament play. This is going to be a big one here, folks. And Dabby has a first half play, I believe. I'll pass it to him. You.
Yeah, no, I'm all over this game. I got first half and a full game play. You got Arizona State coming in here 20-10 on the season. Surprising season for them. I don't think anybody really expected that out of them. And then USC 21-9 here at home. USC is showing as a 5.5-point favorite at most places right now. I still like the 5.5. I personally got in at 5, but like I said, I still like it 5.5, and I took the 2.5 in the first half here. This is just a spot where Arizona State, they struggled with USC the first time at home. Okay. And now they're headed out on the road where they've lost, they've lost 4 right now. And the last 2 being by 18 points. You kind of said it with Pittsburgh. how it's kind of that March lagginess. And I kind of see that here with Arizona State too. Two teams that, might have played a little bit over their head. Good ball clubs. Like, I'm not trying to take anything from them, but playing over their head. And UFC right now, defensively, this is a team that holds opponents to 67 points per game. That's 94th in the country. But they only allow 39.4% shooting. That's 10th in the country, which is outstanding. On the flip side, they're putting up 73 points on a 45.9% shoot clip. I love USC here at home in this spot, so I doubled down on them. It's the only double down I have today. And anybody who's been following along knows that usually I've got a couple double down spots, especially on a Saturday. This is the one for me here. USC first half full game.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, you got to also consider the fact that Arizona State came off a 79-61 loss to UCLA, but they backed that up with the highest of highs, beating Arizona in a great spot by 1 point on that one. So kind of built their resume up here as we speak. Want to call it some guys in the chat putting their plays up here. Mark Howell says Clemson 11+ margin for some plus points money. He likes that one. J.R. Black going into the mud and going dirty with some Stony Brook money line plus 125. I don't like it. I love it, man. I love going into the mid majors. And he also loves UCLA -5.5. And speaking of UCLA, I got my final play of the night, and we're going to Arizona versus UCLA. This game tips off at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pauley Pavilion, Los Angeles, California. And guess what? You might have got -5.5, but your boy Guns got -4.5 because he went on the shopping spree and had a coupon for an extra point on that one. I like UCLA in a revenge spot versus Arizona here. And let me tell you why. Arizona is 2-3 against the spread and 3-2 straight up in their last 5 games. Their losses coming from Stanford and Arizona State straight up. Now, when you look at UCLA, getting hot at the right time. They've won 9 straight, going 6-2 against the spread in their last 8. And their last loss was January 26th versus USC. This is a team that's just playing great ball right now. I'm wearing the hat for a reason. Man, UCLA could make a nice little run in the NCAA tournament as well. Now, Arizona's offense, let's look at them for a second. They're ranked 6th in offensive efficiency, 4th in field goal percentage, 79th in offensive rebounds, 183rd in on the free throw line, and they're 186th at giving up turnovers. I bring up the turnovers. I usually don't bring it up because I want to talk about what UCLA does. They wreak havoc on people and they create turnovers, and that's what the success of the UCLA defense is. They're ranked 2nd in defensive efficiency, 28th at defending defending shots, 7th in creating turnovers. That's right. Creating turnovers is going to be key to this game. 159th in defensive rebounds, 98th in allowing teams to get to the free throw line. They're very aggressive. They go at every ball handler on the floor, and they make you make mistakes. Now you got to look at UCLA's offense. They're 23rd in offensive efficiency, 139th in field goal percentage, 20th in offensive rebounding, 217th on the free throw line. A little bit concerning for me on the free throw line, but I think with everything in there, and you also have the revenge factor for UCLA, it's not going to matter in this game. Now, when you look at Zona's defense, they're ranked 55th in defensive efficiency. So I think it's going to be you have UCLA with the edge, not only on the offensive side, but the defensive side. And the strength of the offense for Arizona is the offense. So I think what's going to happen in this game is UCLA playing at home on senior day is going to beat the absolute dog piss out of Arizona here. Now, these teams did meet here on the 21st of January. With Arizona winning the game in a low-scoring game, by the way, 58-52 is 2-point favorites. And now the line is swung the other way, 7 points. Sitting here at I got it at 6.5 points here, but -5, -5.5, and the line is probably steaming upward before we get to tip off here. If people are getting it at 5.5. Also, you got to look at the matchup. The favorite is 4-1 against the spread when these two teams meet, and the home team is 5-0 against the spread in the last 5. So, with all that being said, we're going UCLA, the Bruins, to dominate on senior day, -4.5 as my last play of the night. Going back to the chat to talk to the people. Michael, we in the building, Guns. We cashing. You know we cashing. That's what we're doing here, folks.
Bang, bang.
We cashing, baby. Ow! Hit the wrong button. My bad. He goes, yep. Yeah, Michael agrees. UCLA on this one. Exactly. He's telling it. He's like in Mississippi State. Listen, that was almost on my card. However, I think I understand where Vandy's coming from. They're coming off that big win versus Kentucky. And they're playing in Mississippi State on the road. That really the problem with Mississippi State is they can't score points. They have a tremendous defense, but they can't put points on the board. I can't trust a team that can't score points. And Mississippi State is also coming off a loss as well. So maybe the consideration is probably to take them as my lean, but I didn't put anything official on that one. There was too many unchecked boxes for Mississippi State. And did Texas cover? I think they did. If they did, please tell me in the chat because I'm seeing a commercial right now and I'm panicking. We cashing, baby. Ow!
If there was 5 minutes left, I don't think it's over yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually passed it to Dabby. I'm talking a little bit too much. I'm a little excited. Arizona UCLA. Do you have any thoughts on the game?
Yeah, the first game is kind of shocking because it actually played a little bit in UCLA's favor. Arizona's got that potent offense you talked about, 82.5 points per game, put up 87 in their last game on 54.2% shooting. But here's the problem. They also allowed 81 points. This team is just not – Arizona doesn't play defense sometimes, and it's very frustrating to watch. They can put up points in bunches, but a team that doesn't play defense going on the road in a very hostile environment against this UCLA team that's gotten extremely hot at the right time is not a place that I would back Arizona. I'd only look UCLA, and their defense on the other side is just fucking outstanding. 59.7 points per game. They're savage on the defensive end. They create turnovers like you talked about. And Arizona on the road is a little careless with the basketball. So yeah, I like UCLA here also.
Yeah, that was something I don't believe I really emphasized on that one. If there's a weakness with Arizona, they tend to get a little bit sloppy with the basketball. And you're playing a UCLA team that like feasts off turnovers. That's not the place you want to be in this spot late on a 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday. So that's going to do it for the Breaking Ankles show, the late edition. We're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to give you some Sunday plays as well. Right before the tip around, what do you think, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? I think that's what the time that we picked on that one. So we'll be live then. We're going to give you another plethora of plays, and we're going to dominate the board like we have been. Listen, this show's hitting at 58%. That's exactly what sharp people do. We don't hit every play, but we hit most of the plays, and we're always up units. So to break this down for you, to recap, I'm going to be on Miami -7, UConn -2.5, Utah State -4, and UCLA -4.5. The dab is going to be on UConn first half, and he's going to be on USC first half. And those are going to be the plays.
I got you. It's -2.5 for USC. It's -2.5 first half, and I got USC full game also -5.
Okay, yeah. I forgot to mention a USC full game on that one. So there's 7 plays that we gave you, and we feel very confident that we're gonna take it, dominate, and go 7-0 and sweep the damn board here, folks. Slapping bookies right in the damn mouth is what we're going to be doing on this show. And make sure 22 of you beautiful bastards are watching. 23 of you beautiful bastards are watching us live right now. Like, subscribe to the channel, go into the comments, make sure you get into the algorithm because this is going to be the sharpest network on the damn planet all through 2023 and beyond. So please help us out with that. That's all we ask. I'm going to Dabby, any last words to give to the people?
Nah, man, I think you did it. You killed it, man. It's all about you guys in the chat. So, like my guy Gunn said, if you can hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate everybody out here, man. Exactly, Michael, Free Mind, Markel, my guy Galactic High, JR Black, everybody in the chat, man. And if you didn't show up in the chat, get your name in the chat. Let us see us. Tell us what you're betting. Tell us what's going on. Because as you can see, we like to interact. We don't have shit without you guys. There's no reason to do this without you guys. So thank you for tuning in.
And I just want to say one more thing. Texas 75, Kansas 59. We start the day 3-1 on the Breaking Ankles show. Bang, bang, bang. That's what I'm talking about here. So let's cash the rest of these damn plays. Let's dominate the board. And as always, let's keep dancing.